Morning, everyone. Today we'll be studying about an interesting poet named Childhood, written by Marcus Nathan. In this poem, the poet is remembering his childhood, right? He is surprised and even he's shocked when he realizes that he has lost that innocence of a child. He remembers that innocence of a child where world seems to be very pretty. For a child, the world is unbiased, right? For that child, the world is innocent like him. Everything, appears to be good. Everything appears to be happy. People around him, it appears as if they actually love him, right? He's far, far away from the duality of the world. A child has his own life. A child has his own world of positivity around him, right? A child, because he's innocent, right? He's innocent. He is not aware of the duality of the world. He's not aware about the cruelty of the world, and that is why, with his two beautiful eyes, the world also appears to be beautiful to him, right? It's his inner beauty, it's his or her inner beauty that makes the world appear to be beautiful around him. But as soon as we start growing up, when we begin to differentiate between right and wrong, when we start realizing that the people who show love towards us, who show affection towards us, aren't the same people. They don't carry the same feeling, right? They have dual faces. They have something hidden in, the feeling hidden in their heart is quite different from the one they show towards us. The writer is disappointed, remembering how beautiful the world appeared to be when he was a child. But now, since he has grown up, since he has matured a lot, and since he has started differentiating between what is right and wrong, the world appears to be a cruel place, right? He is not able to rely on anyone. He is shocked to see the duality of the people. Now, we'll be beginning with the introduction first. Childhood is written by Marcus Nathan. In this poem, the poet thinks over his lost childhood. Why? Because he has grown into an adult now, and he remembers his childhood, and he tries to figure out when and where did his childhood go, right? Where did that innocence of a child go, right? He's remembering that he's remembering that phase of childhood where everything seemed to be perfectly okay. He wonders about the moment where he lost the innocence and realized that the world is not what he seemed it to be. He recalls when his thoughts changed and he realized the hypocrisy of the people around him. He finally settled down to the idea that his childhood went to some forgotten place and is hidden in the face of an innocent infant. In the poem, the poet wonders when he lost his childhood and the innocence he had. He's trying to figure out, when and where he became mature, when and where he began to differentiate between right and wrong, when and where did he got aware about the duality, about the hypocrisy of the people around him. He became conscious that he no longer sees the world as he did earlier, and he can sense the hypocrisy in people. He recalled many instances in his life when he could have lost his childhood. He wondered if it was the day he ceased to be 11, or he realized that hell and heaven didn't exist in this world and no one could find them in the geography. Next, he talks about the possibility when he realized that adults are not what they seemed to be, and they are hypocrites. They talk and preach of love, but their actions don't say so. Was it the day when he realized that his mind was his own and capable of producing his own thoughts? Why? Because when we are, when we are a child, when we are innocent, we look at the world with the mindset of our parents. We carry the mindset, we carry the thoughts which our parents convey to us. But as soon as we start maturing, right, as soon as we grow into a mature adult, we have our own thoughts. Sometimes, we are okay. Sometimes the thought, they are comparable with the thoughts of our parents, and sometimes it's contradicting as well, right? We often try to contradict as well. Come on, this is right and this is wrong. We start differentiating with the thoughts, the thoughts which we have carried as a child often seems come on, these thoughts are contradicting, and we do not agree with those thoughts. So our mind is even capable of producing our own thoughts, means we start generating our own point of view. Earlier, we used to see the world with a view our parents have provided us. But as soon as we start maturing, we develop our own perspective, our own point of view, and we start looking at the world with our own mind, with our own thoughts, with our own perspective. No one could own that, and he's an individual with his particular personality. In the last stanza, he talks about the whereabouts of his childhood. He concludes that it had gone to some forgotten place, and it can only be found in the face of an infant. Why? Because that innocence that innocence is something which only an infant can carry. An infant who's unaware of the cruelty of the world, an infant who still will take time to realize how hypocrite the world is, and what kind of hypocrisy do the people carry here. Now your homework is to create a storyboard for the poem Childhood. Create the storyboard, create dialogue boxes, and if any query is there, you people are free to ask me on the WhatsApp group. Thank you.